Good morning, Max.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties.
Do you still need your milk?
This is ironic because I just woke up from a nap.
Yeah. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today.
Yeah, I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. It's like me when I work up to a turd.
Cool.
Tee-hee. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk.
That's a carton. Just want to point that out.
Regina.
How fabulous, my sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today?
Of course I did. Mo told me I should come and watch this.
Mo said that.
So, what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end?
It's not that kind of show, isn't that right, my sweeties?
Huh?
I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even where she is.
Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience.
Fabulous! Enjoy yourself out there.
Good luck, Max. You're the best.
Regina's different, don't you think, Nick?
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you, laddies. Not even Jacksepticeye.
Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go?
Mo?
Top of the morning to you, Governor.
Top of the morning.
That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Oh my, thanks. So how are you today, Wright?
Well, I got a feeling that today's gonna be facing off against the real culprit.
You mean Hakro?
Oh, you think he did it?
Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare.
I can't say that. I'll tell you later. If that's all I gotta worry about, if all I gotta worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to that already. It means I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. There you go. There's your fucking thing.
What are you gonna do then, Nick?
Kill myself. I guess today I'm gonna have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today I will rely on evidence. That's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth.
You're right. But it's gonna be tough.
It sure is.
Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father.
Oh.
You want us to make sure Regina watches?
Oh my god, well, like, she puts her, like, attention away for a little bit, and, like, Phoenix pulls out, like, a thing of car keys, and, like, jingle, 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 jingle. I'm sorry.
Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars.
Anyway, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All Blind. We're getting into the fucking, what is it, the home stretch of this case?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and I got the fucking thing pulled up just in case Kevin gets stuck.
Yippee.
That's Facebook.
I always get stuck.
Is it?
Oh no, step bro. I'm stuck in the washing machine.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica.
Oh yeah, the prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Should I be doing? Well, I gotta.
Well, you're gonna voice Acra the entire time, the judge and Maya.
Yeah.
Yeah. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well, Miss Von Karma. You may proceed with your case.
The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events.
The prosecution changed voices.
The prosecution is going through a growth spurt right now. Please bear in mind.
What's the meaning of this?
We have discovered a new witness, or should I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off of the scene of the crime. I probably offended like every German.
Yeah, I'm feeling so offended right now.
Yeah. Oh my god, you're gonna have to punish me then.
Alright, I'm not offended anymore.
Alright.
Order, order. I had a feeling something like this would come up.
Due to this revision, we are now preparing to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders.
Poor Gumshoe.
I'm gonna poor Gumshoe, alright.
Very well, please call your witness to the stand.
Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope.
Get it? Because Acro can't walk.
That's crazy. No, the tightrope is just like a really long plank of wood he just like glides up on. Name and occupation.
Ken Dingaling. Because everyone sucks my dingaling. But everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus.
Where were you the night of the crime? Also, he can't perform anymore because he doesn't have working legs right now, so is he just like retired?
I guess so.
Yeah. But wait, they said he was in what was it, muscle therapy or whatever? So he can start learning how to walk again, so I guess he can have his job back. But not he's nothing right now. He's just a guy.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, it's been 6 months, so it's not like super... I was thinking like he might have gotten into an accident like a long time ago, but 6 months is not that long.
Yeah, also I still find it really fucked up that he lives on the 3rd floor in a wheelchair with no elevator access. Like him and Mo couldn't just like swap rooms so he can have a ground floor and like see everyone.
Well, I mean, like I said, this might be just temporary. Like
I know, but that's kind of fucked up, man. Just leaving the guy up on the 3rd floor.
I don't know.
Crazy.
Maybe Mo didn't want to move, but
Yeah, he's like, I got all these costumes. I can't just like take them and just put them on that wall.
yeah, I'm sure it has to do. They probably did this because yada yada yada. Something about acrobat being high up all the time. So
I guess, yeah.
But whatever. I had a joke that I was gonna say, and then you made me forget it.
I'm
Anyways,
sorry.
I was in my room that night.
If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene.
My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window.
The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you'd witnessed?
Okay.
I forgot you had your own water, I'm sorry. Okay, remember what Phoenix said, you can't press too... I think not at all, but I might be wrong.
I'm just gonna try doing it without pressing them.
Alright, you said evidence is the way to talk.
It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window.
Gulp. This is a wheelchair.
Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who he looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming.
This witness's testimony matched up exactly with that of the clown.
If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution needs to add. All that is left to explain is how the defendant disappeared into that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel foolish sadness of a foolish fool. A man must know the proper timing of things, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. I told you not to bring up my husband.
Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony?
In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened.
Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
What I witnessed. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a loud thump outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Maximilian de Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. Can we press him on anything?
I mean, I could try it.
Because like, oh shit, yeah.
Acro must be lying about what he saw, right?
Of course he is. And the challenge will be to expose his lies in court.
Well, put the pedal to the metal, Nick.
I'm trying.
It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Should I be selective, or do you think I should just try and press on everything?
I don't know why. I feel like you should press on the last statement. I don't know why.
I was thinking
Because it's the
the
most
same
vaguest
thing.
thing. Because the other ones are like fact.
Yeah, because like this, this doesn't make any sense of anything. Wait, actually, it was just after 10 p.m.
Yeah, he died at like 10:15, right?
Where's the autopsy?
Autopsy 10:15 caused blunt force trauma to the back of the head.
Yeah, I guess that follows, right? Just after 10.
Yeah, around that time I heard a loud thump.
That's consistent.
And then a few months later, I saw someone flying right by my window.
That's a little odd, but
Yeah,
sure.
but imagine with Mo. It was Maximilian the Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like.
Only saw him from behind. I mean, this might be worth pressing just to like see why he was saying it looked like Max, but I don't know.
And to be honest, I thought I was dreaming. When did you start thinking that when did you start thinking that what you saw wasn't a dream? That's not important. I believe that the prosecution has done a bit of maintenance on the witness's memory.
Just to make sure, let's ask the witness.
Oh.
Objection.
Sustained.
Don't sustain that.
Acro must be lying. Oh.
Ah, shit, alright. I guess do the one from behind?
Yeah, I wanna say this one.
The light in your room was turned off then, right?
That's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human flying by your window?
The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. Honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front.
Did you see any other symbols?
I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica.
The more I press on, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with that bit of his last statement. Is this where we're supposed to be careful?
I don't know. I really want to kind of test the limits of...
Yeah. I mean, they only mention when you can't press a witness too much, like a little bit before the trial or like right before you cross-examine them. It's like, be careful to not press a witness too much. So I don't know what's going to be too far.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to say there's nothing wrong.
What's the matter, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction. I better not overdo it. You want to try pressing that it was wrong?
I don't know. Oh, I meant to go backwards.
We'll do that with every piece of testimony?
Curious about this one.
Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin, or perhaps a large auction figure? Action? Fuck. Auction?
Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible.
You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Testify to the truth and only the truth. Just as if you would, oh fuck. Just as if you were there with you that night. We were there with you that night, fuck. Shut up.
Really struggling out here, aren't you?
I'm only human, after all.
I believe it was a human.
Damn, just as I I just strengthened his testimony. I wonder if Acro's statement jibs with the facts. Okay, so it's in every fucking thing.
Okay, so... What he said was he just believes it's a human. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't know either. So I guess find the most fishy one and then
Yeah,
say there's a
so I'm
contradiction?
gonna press on each one. So this last one doesn't lead anywhere. I didn't mean to hit that. What about this one?
Your room is on the 3rd floor, right?
Yes,
And you said that you were resting in bed?
that is correct.
You were still able to hear a sound from outside?
I was indeed.
Pressing Acro doesn't seem to get results. But maybe something with a contradictory in what he said just now?
No.
No, I think that had jack shit in it.
Yeah, at least that one.
Yeah, so that's a definite no.
Alright, how about the first one?
Yeah. It was just a pretend. I mean, that's technically true. There's a timeline. You said that you were resting in bed? When would those assume that you turned off the lights in your room, correct?
That's correct. There are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep.
Why do you get curtains?
If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains?
Thanks, Judge. Oh, what the fuck? Where'd that bird come from?
I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains.
Haha, sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers.
Oh! The witness will proceed with his testimony. Alright,
Okay.
that had nothing, because it didn't ask.
So it's literally either this
So it's
one
the following one, the
or
max.
this one, right?
Yeah.
So let me go back to and press both of them.
Maybe look at our evidence to see if just something pops out that we know is like false or something.
Well, let me see what they
Yeah,
what
yeah.
we say first. So
The light in your room was turned off then, right?
that's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human flying by your window?
The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. Honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front.
Did you see any other symbols?
Oh! How could he have seen the silk hat?
Yeah, because it's on the ground.
Yeah. I think that's...
Press him. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence.
She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction?
Look at this
Oh.
hat. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that?
What do you mean?
The silk hat.
What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window.
Well, you should have tried looking down from your window that night.
That would have been quite difficult considering the state I'm in.
Okay, well,
Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me.
it's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found the scene.
That's the ringmaster's hat, right?
Free not. No matter how you look at it, it's Max's silk hat.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats?
No! No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model that made only for Maximum Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you had fibbled on the stand. You're fibbing!
Order, order.
As always, it looks like someone has just opened their mouth before thinking.
Are you okay, Nick?
I'm fucking sweating right now. Why is the fan off in here?
I don't know.
Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up.
Oh yeah. Phoenix has gotta back it up on that shit.
There. I was like, why am I sweating bullets right now? I'm gonna have to do what you guys do in the garage where you have tape over one of the lights in there.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today?
There he is, Max. He's daydreaming. Or he's a real culprit.
Let me just
Save the game!
He has a grudge against Max. I don't think it's true. I think he's calling it as he sees it. Echo is dreaming? I don't know. I don't think that... I feel like that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Maybe. Echo is the real culprit.
Your Honor, on the occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion?
Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of?
Obviously, we're accusing him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry.
Mr. Wright, are you serious?
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. Deadly serious, Your Honor. Haha, I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at the audience's hearts and minds. Bring! Your Honor, do not allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
Really?
If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary. He's just like I. He's staying rather calm and collected.
Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation?
I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
What do you mean?
Everyone take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things?
See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear that the accusation is ludicrous. I can read. She's right. Way to put a disabled one, you horrible man. He's the poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery. That's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I got the doctor's note confirming that Acro was unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well? I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice?
Thanks, Miss Von Karma. I think he did have an accomplice.
It's impossible for Acro to be the murderer in this case. If that's the case, then it has to be natural for one to consider possible accomplices.
You don't say.
No good, no good. This isn't going to end well. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. What? You must not have heard that sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. The sound of you falling into your own trap just can be hard to notice sometimes.
Mr. Wright, it seems as if you won't be stopping at Acro, but will be making other accusations. If Acro did not have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you.
Oops.
What am I fucked?
I understand, Your Honor. Gulp.
Very well, let's continue. Who, perchance, would happen to be Acro's accomplice?
Oops.
What am I fucked?
Reload. Did you present the monkey?
You don't say.
Uh-oh. This is suddenly looking very, very bad.
Where am I reloading it? Here?
Yeah, just press real culprit, because you're on the right line.
Was that really where I last saved?
Yeah. Was that one? Oopsies. Now then, this must have been when we get to hear the name of the mysterious accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
I love how he's saying that, even though we did just get suckered into being like, yeah, he had an accomplice.
Okay, to be fair, I thought it was just gonna be something like one of those funny things where like she's like, "You're not saying he has an accomplice, do you?" And he's like, Yeah, actually, that is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh.
Oopsies. There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed his murder all by himself.
Order. What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick.
Now I'm gonna have to prove it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that?
I don't fucking know. I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
Alright, then let's do it.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me.
Yeah, what's going on, Judge?
When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling?
My ding-a-ling. My ding-a-ling.
When the murder was committed, he was at the scene of the murder, right?
Remember, dog, he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, and it was snowing, so
Yeah.
you've had to have been in the room, I guess.
Go ahead.
You're like, wait here. I feel like he like went out
He's
the window.
on the wall. He's in the wall.
What happens if I point here?
I don't know if it's gonna count or not.
I kind of
It's
want
like
to try
50-50 if it's gonna actually count as
it.
the
Whatever.
answer.
I'll just put this.
Okay. He was obviously here the entire time.
That's Acro's room?
Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there's only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts?
What say you, Mr. Dingling?
My jangling.
It's an interesting theory.
That's it?
Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it.
Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Why'd you call me by name?
Yes, sir.
As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
You got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime.
That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he?
Whee! But Maya, that's still impossible for humans to fly.
Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright?
What is it?
I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume.
How could he do it? It's the next course of this legal buffet.
Be careful, Nick. Oh. Yeah, be careful, Nick.
Be careful, Nick, if you mess up here.
She's right, I can't mess up here. I gotta give this one serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while in his room, no doubt about it.
Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright.
Oh, I was wondering how everything tied in together. I'm going to present some evidence.
So, what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry?
Okay, a few things that I have in mind.
Yeah, what's up?
This wooden box, for one, seems odd. I don't know if... Yeah, this bust seems potentially odd as well. But to me, I don't know how he would have the bust.
Well, look at it again. You notice anything?
Well, I mean, yes, I understand that it looks like Max.
Yeah, well, I know that, but, Here, give me the controller. I want to see something. I wonder if it says it on here.
Oh, it's shiny.
Yeah, the cards are super shiny.
Huh. So
and it did say it was taken before the murder.
So okay, so let me just clarify. It's not. I'm not supposed to put money
Don't
here,
put
right?
money in there.
Okay. I really wanted to present him, but I think it's this.
I think you get to present Money the Monkey at some point in this court, but I don't know when.
What's that? A picture?
It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in this picture.
The bust.
It's quite a large bust. And since its life size, it's also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from the 3rd-story window. Ah! See? That's how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust.
Order. So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster?
Rather simple crime. Even if you're stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you simply wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Do you fucking see this man? He's jacked! Well, Acro's an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust.
Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges?
Yeah, look at him.
Well,
Acro's at a loss for words.
He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. You can't run away from things. Ow! I'd watch what you say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of this witness is material to this case. I demand that we get the proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony you say?
On Karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled.
Fuck. Why can't he see things my way once in a while?
Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness would have no problems. However, let's be respectful towards him.
thank you.
Oh, is that telling you not to press too much? Oh, this woman will sink to any low to win a case. Acro's physical state.
I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think?
I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bus and stick himself far enough to look. Not to mention, he would not have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. A simple false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
I still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. Grrr. Can't let her get to me. I need to focus. Work it. Yeah, I suppose I could have lifted something, but I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working from an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I would have had exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to know the location of the Ringmaster's head. Oh. I just remembered the answer. I'm sorry. Let me just double check it with this. Okay, that was the bus that we just did. Okay, yeah, I was right. You know what's cool about this one? You have 2 ways of getting to the answer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like 2 different evidences you can present to get to the same answer, apparently. Why would you say it would be impossible?
Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window? Thus, there's no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head.
Well, I suppose you got a point.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
What if you turn things around? Maybe you think of it sort of like this. If you knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then you could drop the bust.
That does make sense. If only I could prove it somehow. That acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down.
I think I've already explained things sufficiently.
Okay, so apparently you can present 2 different items on 2 different statements.
So you're saying that my odds of getting this should be pretty high?
Yeah, pretty fucking high. I forgot what happened.
Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. So, I mean, that just tells him that he was there, but that doesn't say where exactly his head was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer is his line.
He dropped a dead lion on him.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Okay, I'm sitting up for this one.
Alright, you gotta focus. Lock in. Get that blood flow going.
So the real thing is I'm supposed to present some evidence that essentially says how he would have known where the ringmaster's head was.
Yeah.
Okay, no. No. No, I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't know. Alright, this one might take me some trial and error.
Alright. Which evidence are you leaning more towards?
I don't know, this one that says that he's gonna be in the Lodging House Plaza. That's all I can really think about right now, cause
You can do trial and error if you want.
yes.
Well, that's 2? Your other statement contradicts the evidence.
Yeah.
Huh, really? Shit. Why did it fucking take away 2?
Yeah, they didn't say that when I was trying to present evidence.
I'm sorry. I'll tell you right now. It's not Money the Monkey.
I really want it to be Money the Monkey.
I really thought you got brought up at least once in here. Yeah, so you're basically trying to answer how would you know where the ringmaster's head was?
I don't know, the silk hat? Yeah. I didn't know if it was just like he has a big ass hat on that he could see. I don't know. Like, fuck it, whatever.
Okay.
I want to throw this controller.
Please don't.
That's so fucking dumb.
Yeah, present wooden box or the crime scene photo on either statement 5 or 6. Acro would have known exactly where the Russell's head would be because of the wooden box.
Because he placed a fucking wooden box there? That's so retarded. That's so fucking stupid.
I'm sorry.
This game is so fucking dumb.
Now you're starting to hate this case like I do.
For this one reason, yes.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dumb.
You didn't really need to lean out the window, did you?
I don't even want to...
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was gonna be.
Because you placed a wooden box here, obviously he had to go look over it like this. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Quite precisely, may I add. You're silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix, right? Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting.
Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright.
Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box.
Same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over?
The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Benny and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding a box. Which means that this wooden box was already planted at the scene of the crime.
I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment that that bus came falling down was exactly the moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means the answer to all the questions is now crystal clear. You mean...
If the bus were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box.
There would be no way he could have missed the head of the victim.
That is the dumbest logic I have ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, it's like, but X marks the spot. No!
But how would they know that he would lift up a wooden box?
I don't know.
How does he hear or do anything to realize that... Like, does it make any sense?
I don't know.
Because the whole point is he can't, like, look out the window and see where he is, right? Like...
The thing that they were implying is that he can't lift the bus and look out the window at the same time. For some fucking reason. Because I guess, like, you would have to... I guess since his legs aren't working, you have to go like this to, like, lean over. Like, use his upper body to lean over. You can't really do that if you're using your arms to lean and then holding a fucking bus.
Yes.
So they're implying it's planted ahead of time, so he knows exactly where to throw the fucking bust.
Yeah, but how does he know that the ringmaster's there at the box? Like...
They'll explain it, I guess. If not, we're gonna have to watch the anime. At least in the anime, I feel like they did a better job explaining this stupid shit.
Order. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, you and Cameron both, my friend. Finally, some sort of loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just need to keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward.
So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow! Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, man. The ringmaster's head would have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so especially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most particular feature. Besides the box, the way of the box, the contents of the box.
I assume it's the contents of the box.
Yeah.
Are you...
What?
Is that why they said the shaka with the fucking pepper earlier? I am so pissed off if that's the reasoning.
Wait, let me look. I don't know. Oh, it was wrong.
Okay, that's wrong.
Yeah. Your car was inside the box? Yeah. Get on with it. Well, what is the matter? Cat got your tongue?
I don't see any relationship between the location of his head and the box's content.
No, I think I thought myself.
No, Nick, you didn't think enough.
Mr. Wright, do you still maintain the box had some sort of special feature?
Yeah, it did. It was not the context of it.
I'm pretty sure the other thing they mentioned is that it's 20 pounds. So, weight of it?
Yeah. The box had a remarkable weight. Weight?
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds.
Just to lift up this wooden box would have required...
Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it?
That is correct. To lift up the box, you would have to squat down. Which means, no matter who you are, the head would be in the proximity of the same place. Fool! I'm sorry you had to deal with this case.
This case was fine until this part.
Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?
I've heard what you've had to say.
Bring.
I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bus? I forgot.
Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Then what happened to it?
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
Oh, that means...
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room?
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there is no accomplice. That is exactly how the witness could have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Well, we definitely have a problem here, but this is no place to get perplexed. I gotta get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all.
Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room?
It's time! It's time!
It's time!
It's fine, you can use the monkey! I'm just picturing you just took a whole ass monkey and just chucked it at the fucking judge.
A monkey?
Everyone knows money. He loves shiny things of any size.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring.
So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home.
Home?
Money lives in Acro's room.
Acro's room?
But the bust was bronze, was it not? The bronze is not all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record.
My, those are some very nice cards he's holding.
Yeah, and they're made out of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? If it's easy for him to bring back... It'll be easy for him to bring back the bust to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
Order, I said order, Miss Von Karma. Where is the bust in question at this moment?
I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak.
This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as a murder weapon.
Wait! And you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident?
It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we have more than proven one critical fact. Namely, it was entirely possible for Acro to be the murderer. Moron! Francisco, you can't say that. We're in court.
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that.
Don't seem so flamboozled, especially with this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix, right? And what's that? You should know. Have you forgot? You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony.
That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her beat you now.
I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other one was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer? Who was the murderer this clown saw? You might want to save.
Why is this?
Because it says it's gonna take off 3 just in case. Oh shit.
I can't save.
Oh shit. Monkey. Oh, it's so simple. No, it's not a profile. It's not a profile. It's not a profile.
No, I put Max.
I saw you about to do it. I'm like, please don't. We're gonna die.
I'm joking. Is it just the bust?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I worried over nothing. I'm like, they just handed it to you. I'm like, yeah, you saw it at the bus because you marked out about. Oh my god. I asked who the other person most saw at the crime. That evidence has nothing to do with the question. On contrary, what? Un contrary
I don't know how to say it.
that does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette, but he didn't say he saw the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw.
How is that possible?
It's simple, really. What Mo really saw was that night was Max's bus. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why he couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off of the cars in the bust hands. Idiot! Who in your right mind would put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the bust.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you agree?
Kami, save!
Yeah, I was about to do that.
I'm scared.
So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust?
Yeah, because you can't save here.
Yeah.
Who put it on the bust? Who put it on the bust? Money the monkey.
No.
I assume I need a profile for this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's definitely Maya.
That's crazy.
Alright. So, it's not Maya, it's not Max. I don't think it's Ben. I don't think it fucking did anything here.
No.
Obviously not, obviously not. He's fucking dead, so...
I don't even think you're gonna get this one because they talked about it so early on in the investigation.
Alright, let me think about extremely early on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like super, super early on, so we're starting like the first part of the investigation.
First part of the investigation?
Yeah, it was when Max and Russell Berry were in the office together, and he said he had to go run out.
Yeah, he was the one that grabbed the cloak and everything, right?
Yeah.
So... Well, it couldn't have been him. Because it dropped on him.
I told you this case gets really stupid.
Is it him?
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
God, Phoenix will fucking explain.
But thanks, Phoenix.
What they're going at is that when it fell on him, the coat got crapped up on like the bus and carried it up. That's why he, like, because if it didn't, Mo would just saw a fucking hanging statue. You guys can't see it, but where does his fucking head? His hands.
You are saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry?
That's what I'm saying. You mean the victim himself placed the cloak on the bust?
Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it.
Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself.
Nick, do you really have a handle on all this?
I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Anyway. So, you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time.
We need to go back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu.
Akro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. He then attached the rope to the bust, and then dangled the bust out of its bedroom window directly above the wooden box.
Okay, this is along the lines of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was
Like a pulley system.
Yes, that's what I was thinking when I saw the tire in his room. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Was happening, and I was like, oh, you know, he like dangled it out this window and then he like pulled it back up.
Yeah.
And that's what Mo saw. But this entire time I've been thinking like how they managed to do the cloak thing. I thought he just might have had like a second cloak.
Yeah, because Max was like, I wonder what happened to my cloak, because it just disappeared from the scene, because the ringmaster was wearing it when he left
Yeah.
the office, and then it obviously wasn't on his body.
Yeah, this is the whole point that I was trying to figure out, but okay, this is gonna be some legitimate grade A bullshit.
At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room, and he went to the scene, of course. At the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just to be fair, he was spotted by the entrance of the lounge house. But none other than ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trilo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. And that's when the magic happened. At that very instant, the bus hit the victim. Just wait a second there, Mr. Phoenix, right? Oh my god. Cameron. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, it just isn't true. It can't be.
I'm right there with you, Von Karma.
It is a little too early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? I would just Photoshop it going that way. This impact of the bust is on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound of a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak was already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went to pull back the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea Mo saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Apparently because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. Whee! And that's how the magical murderer disappeared into the sky became to be.
I'm right there with you, audience.
So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off was the one person able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro. It could only have been you.
Hacker's been playing mind games with all of us.
He sure has. But he has to come with the end of his rope now. So? What now?
You graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But, do you have any evidence to prove your fairy tale is true?
Evidence?
In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip.
Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, they say they want evidence. You should probably save your game, Nick.
Oh, thank you, Maya.
Thank you, Maya. I didn't think of that. Thank you. I'll just explain how there can only be one possible murder method. But there's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness testimony.
Unusual?
A contradiction, actually.
Okay, then use that and get out of this jail.
What the fuck did Mo say?
I don't remember. That was probably like a fucking 2 weeks ago that I remember his fucking testimony.
He's like, you got this, right? He fucking flew.
That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case.
Crime scene, negotiations, 3 famous symbols. Is it talking about, didn't he said he saw 2 symbols, right?
Yeah. Recall Mo's testimony yesterday. He said he saw a silk hat on the cloak. If that's true, then if the silk hat was found at the crime scene, then the silk hat Mo saw was actually the bust.
So would it be the silk hat then?
There's 2 answers to this, actually.
Is it the silk hat or the bust?
Silk hat of Max's promo poster.
Oh, this, yeah. Okay.
That's for the white roses that Ben saw. Mo didn't. Was the cloak snagging the bust? The rose disappeared from Mo's view because it was in front of the cloak. Mo only saw the back of it.
Okay, yeah, one of the things that I was thinking of was if you look at it doesn't have the roses.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of presenting this, but I guess that's not what they wanted to,
Yeah.
that's not what they wanted to draw the conclusion on.
The problem is Max's free symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses?
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
Yesterday, there was 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat is one, the white roses were another. But the theory I just presented explains all those contradictions. You fool! Do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust.
So I feel like I should have been able to put the bust there, although I guess in the guide it says I can't.
Yeah.
But I feel like I should have been able to.
Yeah, I also feel like you should have too. I don't know why. It was like, yeah, the promotion poster.
Because like the two contradictions that Phoenix just said.
Oh, maybe because the poster brings up all the 3 symbols and shit.
Well, yeah, I feel like there should have been 3 answers here though.
Yeah.
Because the bust not having the white roses and having a silk hat when one was on the ground, I feel like that also is possible.
Yeah.
But I guess the game developers didn't think so.
No.
Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat, well, sort of.
Fine, you got that one, but what about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction?
Remember what the ventriloquist said in court? He said he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there was no white roses. I'd like to see you try to explain that one away.
Can you do it?
I'm just here an army of applause. Of course, I can explain all that. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Do you get it yet? If the cloak was snagged onto the front of the bust, that means that the white roses would have ended up in the back of the bust. Duh! That explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust.
Echo's saying there like, Why is he figuring all this shit out?
Why is he so fucking smart?
Order, order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind?
What is it?
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that? Motive. The witness feels an immense debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now.
What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster.
Acro's motive,
It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
There we go.
So how you liking this case so far, Cameron?
I was liking it up until this episode.
Cool.
So, we learned a lot of different things, which some of it I can be satisfied about, some of it I definitely cannot. I guess I should have expected some bullshit logic, sorcery, magic shit, considering it's a circus. But I was never expecting that, you know, a box would have been the reason that his head would have been in one specific spot, and then when he dropped it, a cloak just happened to magically drift up from his body onto the bust, and then he drags it away, making it look like Max is flying, you know, because of course that makes the most sense, but I don't know. From a logical standpoint, that shit's ass. But I guess we're gonna get fully to the bottom of things into the next one, of which they're probably gonna mention some shit like, oh, the ringmaster disapproved of Bat's relationship with Regina because he wanted Max to be involved, because that's dollar signs right there, and so he probably gave Leon some pepper in order to make him sneeze and chomp down onto poor Bat's head, which inadvertently made the ringleader, the ringmaster, or whatever, the actual person who technically killed, or, you know, he's not actually dead, but did all this shit to Bat. So that's probably where this is gonna go down. But I don't know. It could also be that, you know, the lion was smiling and you just felt like chomping. I don't know what to expect anymore. But I may be proved wrong, I may be proved right in the next one. So stay tuned for probably what's going to be the last episode of episode 3.
Yeah. Alright, I found a Reddit thread. I screenshot it. At the end of the next episode, I'm going to read it out for you.
Yes, go for
and why
it.
people have issues with this.
Yeah. Alright, well,
See you guys later.
yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Yep.
Bye-bye!